Let's go live. Let's go live. Okay.
Let me see if I can.
Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pirates of the Red Isles. Let's see here. Let's see. Yes, looks like we are properly live. Now, quick thing, the live chat is not down. However, whatever updates that YouTube has done to their streaming service that they forced upon me broke the CSS coding that I had built up for the stream live chat. So, unfortunately, for the next couple of sessions, we may have no live chat on the VOD. However, during the stream, the live chat will still be working just as fine. I'll be able to see it. The players will be able to see it. We'll see super chats and all that. And yeah, it just won't have playback in the eventual VOD. But that said, let's go back and rewind the clock a bit to last session, day number 12. The big notable things that happened that session were ulki the daytime. Hana managed to influence Ratline all the way back up to helpful. Ulki went off to kill rats and met a certain snake girl, courtesy of our good Luna here. And then and Saphyrus did his work diligently with Cubados, just barely managing to make the stamina fortitude save, or constitution save rather, to not be fatigued from all of it.
Still getting used to the life without coffee, chum.
Ryuuko managed to roll a natural 20 on her cooking roll to make a wonderful dish that she was trying to poison Ulki with, but ended up making an excellent dish that she eventually served to Areta in her influence check that following evening. Let's see. And then, during the nighttime activities, like I said, Ryuuko went to try and influence Areta. Ulki went to Grok and managed to get a little bit more employment to try and bump up his gold count, which is a very sad number, I must say, but hopefully he can gain a little bit more over the course of the next few days. Let's see. Then Hana chose to influence Grok that night and was quietly followed by Nagaina to Nagaina?
Yeah.
Ah, right. Okay, so she was followed by Nagaina, who snuck into the quartermaster's that following evening after Grok had gone off to go drink for the evening, and steal her bandages of rapid recovery. So we'll see if something comes from that. And then
No one takes my bandages.
I believe the only thing after that was Ulki, during his late night activity, chose to go off to speak with our good little owlbear, and managed to, in a very touching moment, bump owlbear to helpful status. And so you managed to get 2 crew members up to yeet status for the coming days. So let's go ahead and join our brave band of swabs, rigger, and cook to join them on their day 13 of life at sea. Boom. Let's just pop over here to the ship.
There's a lot of green now.
There's a lot more green than there has been in quite some time. Some of the greens you can't quite see right now because they're elsewhere on the ship, specifically Owlbear. But let's jump right in. So, with the day, with dawn just breaking over the sea's horizon, you hear the sound of the trapdoor opening up to the crew quarters, and Scourge's now familiar scruffy voice just bellowing out to the crew to wake up and come top deck for their rolls for the day. So let's pop that open here. I've missed this session. Okay, there we are. Let's just pull up crew rolls. Excellent. Okay, so let's move folks over to their locations for the day. I'm going to set Valen over here as working diligently since he is not available at this time. And let's see. Let's pop Ryuuko down here for her work for the day. Let's see. Okay, so crew rolls for the day. First things first, let's go with Hana to get her roll. Okay, Hana, you are doing rope work. And that'll be a profession sailor or dexterity check.
Okay. Incidentally, I am back now. Apologies
Excellent.
for that.
That's totally fine. Just
So,
getting papers all in order here.
totally understood.
So that will be
Alright,
your
there's
roll. Perfect. So now, were you wanting to do influence check? Any additional daytime ship rolls? Once again, I can show this to the players for
Yeah.
daytime and nighttime ship actions.
Well, I'm trying to remember how the influence bit works. Is that only the people that are immediately around me, or would I be able to try and go
that
down?
is only the riggers, since you are the riggers, but you are the only one who can interact with these individuals.
Yeah. All right. What can you tell me about the dwarven lad?
The dwarven lad is... Let me pull him up for you.
Because I remember the bitch with the dagger, and she is a bitch with a dagger.
Yeah. She is a bitch with a dagger. Tam Narwhal Tate. This one, you'll remember, was the dwarf that tried to rough up the party a bit back when you guys were still fairly new, and he was, in particular, the one that Valen used Ray of Enfeeblement on to sap his strength away temporarily.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He's the dwarf that got sapped.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, and then Ryuuko punched Valen as per as she does.
Yep.
But so that was
From a height of 3 feet
That's
on,
him.
on the deck.
Okay. Just okay. So can I get a sense of how he feels about me? relation
sure.
to
Go
that,
ahead.
or-
Go ahead and roll sense motive real
I think I
quick,
can do
just
that.
to get a general idea of how he feels about you and just your cadre in general, because you've been seen hanging around with your party for a decent little while now. So
Sure.
let's see, 17. Ooh. Okay, so Tam, it's very much not quite fond of your little cadre of individuals. He was he tried that little initiation thing that he was trying with some of the other pirates turned sour real quick, and he's never quite let go of that. So that's his general feeling you get. He sometimes shoots you looks of like, you know.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, well, All right, I think I'm just going to go ahead and work diligently today and just watch what happens. See if anything catches my eye.
Okay. Okay, so let's see here. Valen's gonna work diligently. Ulki, Saphyrus, Uncle, Nagaina.
Diligence.
Diligence.
Roll
Ulki.
diligence.
Depending
what I'm doing today.
What question?
Yeah.
Does the work like the extra work Grok gave me? Is it like a confidential thing? Like she said it was only for me, or will it be implied I could maybe get help from?
Based on the work that it is, you'll typically want to be pretty discreet in how you work it, because you're basically trying to figure out who stole from the store, so basically I'll say be careful who you share that with, that you're being a little snitch. It kind of goes the same for Hana. Is she's having to be very careful who she shares that information with.
Yeah. What were the items that got lost again? I forgot.
A set of leather armor and a black metal rod of some kind.
Okay. I want to. Why don't Luna and Kat go ahead and decide before while I think about it?
Okay.
I have to think.
Luna, Chaotic, what are y'all thinking of doing today?
I got my bandages. I'm gonna walk diligently.
All right, working diligently. And then I'll ask Chaotic what he's wanting to do when he gets back. Ryuuko, what are you thinking of doing? Are y'all wanting to work diligently? Or, well, actually,
I forget,
you know
does
what?
the work diligently help me on my poison check, or like did it not affect it?
It does the opposite, actually.
Oh yeah, I get the okay. So I'll work diligently. So I get a -4 when I'm attempting to poison.
Okay, yeah. So let me
Okay,
second.
so yes, I will work diligently because I will get
it gives a -4 to your check, but it also potentially affects the rest of the meal for the crew. Now, let me real quick roll whether or not Croup is... Oh, he's... Oh, sorry, you're gonna
Drunk,
have
right?
to... You're gonna have
Yep.
to heft this on your own.
I won't poison today. I will just haul ass.
All right. So hauling ass. Okay.
Haul and fin?
Hauling fin.
Haul and flipper.
Okay.
Hauling tail fin.
There we go.
I think I want to check on Giffer.
Giffer?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, keep in mind she is already influenced all the way to helpful, so you're not going to gain any more influence from her.
Yeah, I remember you also mentioned that even though, they're
Just
bumped.
likes her.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just
I also
reminding
noticed
him.
that she was not doing that well last night.
Right. Okay. And let's see. Well, in the meantime, I'll let folks roll their working checks. So first things first, Ulki. You are working repairs. I need a DC Profession Sailor or Dexterity check.
Fucking shit.
You don't get any bonuses for working diligently for this.
Yeah, it's a dex check.
Yep. It's a straight dex. Yeah, you managed to pass it. You managed to work fairly work repairs fairly well, and during that time, we'll eventually get to you for speaking with Giffer Tibbs during some break time that you managed to find. Nagaina, you get repair work as well. I need a Profession Sailor or Dexterity check.
Okay, would that be with the +4?
Yes, you are working diligently. Perfect.
Jesus.
And Saphyrus, you are working diligently on repair work again. It's looking like after going to that reef area, it's looking like the ship's needing a little bit of repairs.
Still putting holes in your ship.
Yeah.
Alright, since I'm working diligently with Cubados, does that give him the +4 as well?
Yes,
Okay.
to aid you.
For the 8, yeah.
Yep. So I need a Profession Sailor or Dexterity check.
Those are sailors. Well, the other ones shouldn't be a +10. Let me re-roll that. Or rather, it should just be a straight D20.
That's fine. That's fine. What should it be? I feel like I gave you
No,
you should have a rank in.
Should be a 21.
Okay. Yeah.
I have the rank in sailor, but the second one should be the second one's Cubados, who does not have a rank.
Ah, okay.
But he does get the +4 from the diligence.
Working diligence. Okay. All right. Well, you managed to repair successfully. And Ryuuko, since you are working without the assistance of Croup, and you are working on... What are we having for food today?
I don't know, what are we having?
Let's see. Let's see here. Oh. Okay.
I feel like I'm gonna regret things when he goes, okay.
Okay, so this is going to cancel out the +4. So basically just roll your cook check. You are... Oh, wait. Oh. Oof. Okay. So, you go down to the ship's galley, and it turns out that the chickens that were kept in the occasional cage and a couple of goats of all creatures have managed to break out of their cages and are now scrambling across the entire galley. I need you to roll a handle animal check or a strength check to collect all of them and put them back in their cages.
Gonna have to be a strength check. Do I get a +4 or is it just?
No, you don't get a +4. It's just a straight strength check or handle animal.
If it's goats or sheep, you should absolutely send the Scot down there.
I know, right?
What did you say?
Okay, so
Getting scored down there.
okay, you managed to get all of the animals back in their cages, and I need you to now do a profession fisherman or survival check to catch fish for the day at a -4 penalty.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Oh man, this snowballed quick.
Yeah. So it was what were the checks? Either
Survival or profession fisherman
with a negative.
with a -4 penalty.
Oh man.
Okay. Almost rolled an S20. Okay, 17.
Okay, so you managed that despite the travesty that was the galley beforehand. You managed to get all the fish together and managed to get all the animals together, and then also go off, catch fish to cook for the day, and get them all situated. And now let's see. Okay.
No.
Nope, I think that's all of it. So by the time you manage to catch the fish, Kroop manages to stumble out of the door to his cabin, seeming a little bit woozy as he just stumbles about and just approaches you, seeing that you managed to catch the fish and whatever racket was going on in the galley has calmed down. Smiles at you, his big dumb smile, and pats you on the shoulder and says, "I'll take it from here, don't worry. You go get some rest," as he just slumps into your position there, and throughout the day, you don't want to leave him alone, with the cooking, and so you just stay there and act as a extra set of hands if need be, and you manage to successfully cook the meal for the night. Yeah. Let's just ping Chaotic real quick while we're waiting for him. And I believe all of you rolled your working diligently already. And Hana, were you still wanting to do an influence check, or did you choose?
That's a good question. You know what? What the hell? Let's try it.
Okay. So I'll pop you over here. room. And while we're waiting on Chaotic to get back, I'll do Ulki's. And so, Ulki, during the course of your working day, you managed to find a point where most of the... Honestly, you feel as though some other folks are able to cover for you, and you managed to get a quick break where you see Giffer Tibbs just running across the ship's deck. You manage to get her attention, and she approaches you. Big, medium-sized light shield on her back. Oh, hey, what's up?
Outside of character, the shield looks less gloom than last night.
Yes. Sense
Last
motive.
night she fell back in her shield laughing at my joke song.
That's true. That's true. Go ahead, roll sense motive. Real quick. Just to see what kind of feeling you're getting off of her. What kind of vibe.
Let me sense her motives.
Okay. So you're sensing that things aren't necessarily perfect, but she doesn't have time right now to dwell on that because she has a job to do. She is gonna do it.
Do we have a job to do?
Oh, hey, Chaotic. Ulki's talking to Giffer Tibbs right now.
Gotcha. I will be on in a moment.
All right, cool. So
And
that's
so she-
the sort of vibe that you're getting from her.
She approaches. I just kind of smile, give her a wave. Hey, sup? You've been having a busy day?
Well, could be better, but, you know, work's going as well as it can, I guess.
Gotcha. Something I could help you with? Kind of got some folks cover from me for a bit, and...
Oh,
my job
no,
Yes, well
no, I don't want Scourge or Plug to see that, I'm shirking work right now, you know? They can be kind of, scary.
tell me. So... something interesting been happening, you think happening around these days?
Not really. I've heard that we're heading west, which seems odd since we came from Port Peril that way, so I'm not entirely sure what's going on with whatever the captain's doing, but apparently we're going west now, which is weird. I thought Keonan was to the west. Is that right? I can't really keep up with all the north, south, east, west all the time, you know?
Do I know it's west?
Do you have knowledge geography?
I have 17 intelligence. 19 intelligence.
You can roll a general intelligence check and see
I
where
have
that gets
nature,
you.
if that helps anything.
No. This is more like geographical locations.
Okay. Nope.
You have no idea where the boat is, but you read in a book once that Keonan is to the west.
I suppose it's west, though. I'm not the best person to
Though you're
talk to
not
about
though you're not entirely sure why she's calling it west. It's obviously west.
You know what?
What kind of compass you reading, boy?
I was pretty sure it was called west.
You call it west, despite the fact it's obviously west.
The ship's getting a serious yeast infection.
Exactly, it's where yeast. It's where the yeast comes from.
Got them.
She raises an eyebrow at you, and you're just like, I don't know what kind of compass you're reading, but pretty sure it's west. Anyway, I gotta run. Scourge is probably gonna be mad at me if he catches me not running, you know. Anyway, bye. And she rushes off to the next message to be delivered.
I've got nothing for that. Okay.
Okay, Uncle.
Hi. I'm working on getting in the
Hi.
game.
Yeah. Well, let's.
So I'll get my sheet up and you can...
all of the fucking swabs have the same job. Oh my god. All of them roll. Okay, so behind the scenes, swabs, you have a job 1 through 6 that I roll a d6 on. All of you rolled 6, and so all of you are doing repairs on the ship today.
Damn,
Chaotic,
what
once
the
you
fuck
get.
did we go through?
Talk about your fixer-upper.
Yeah. Chaotic, once you get into the game, I need you to roll a Profession Sailor or a Dexterity check.
Once I figure out where the hell I put the sheet.
If you need it, I can provide it.
You might need to because I don't know where it is. Slowly, ever slowly, the computer loads. It doesn't have an SSD, unfortunately.
Okay. Boom.
I have Alvor's sheet. That's
I've
not
got
helpful.
yours. I just posted it in the pirate campaign.
Okie dokes.
Surprise!
Oh,
Alvor's a pirate now.
Avast! I still don't trust you.
Honestly, on this ship, it's probably a
A good way
valuable
to go about
trait.
things.
You're from.
Ah, here he is. He's named Shaman Pirate, I think.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Found it. All right.
From that ship that he's from.
From that ship that he's from.
Oh my god. That's what the that's the island that he was found on.
Port you're from?
That's port you're from. Port you're
I
from.
love this. Dear Jesus.
And in true place you're from fashion, no one has an exact spelling of the fucking location.
You find those 3 spellings on the same page on the same book.
Mm-hmm.
Look, people are literate in place you're from. It doesn't mean they can spell.
Yaldov.
Yeah,
Stop.
Oh, Christ.
Anyway.
Oh god, she's giving me a death glare.
Anyway, while we're waiting on Chaotic to get in, Hana, go ahead and
Yes.
during your work, performing rope work throughout the rigs, you manage to find yourself at some point just taking a bit of time to rest, and you see Narwhal taking a rest slightly near you, within speaking distance. Just minding his own business.
Okay. Do I have much of an idea of what he seems to be doing, or much of what he seems to be thinking about while he's minding his own business?
He just seems to be taking a few moments to rest.
Okay. And one other question that, hopefully will fall under the general background radiation of having been around him and being able to watch him. Does he seem much like one who's much for fisticuffs?
Is that a
Let me pull up his. Let me pull up his info here.
Okay.
Narwhal. Okay. It doesn't seem like he would normally engage in such activities, but who knows? Looks can be deceiving.
Okay.
He definitely, for a dwarf, he definitely looks tough. You know, he looks tough, but he doesn't look like he's violent, if that makes any sense.
It does. I'm gonna try my luck here and see what happens.
All
right. So, Hana kind of, coughs or something to get his attention. Narwhal. I know we haven't had the chance to speak much, but I'm getting a look at you, and I've gotten a look at your rigging work, and you seem like the kind of gentleman who might be quite good at teaching one how to keep themselves defended on a ship like this.
He crinkles his large flat nose a bit and just sort of looks you up and down. Aye. What's it to you?
Well, what's it to me? I want to make it to the next port. And I want to know who my friends are on the way there. So I'm thinking, anyone who can help me to get by. Maybe I'll owe them a favor. Maybe I can do something in return for them. So like I say, you seem like the kind of gentleman who would know his way around a fist fight. Now, she pats the daggers at her side. See, I'm a bit too reliant on my tools, my hardware. I'd like to try and get some training in with someone who knows their way through a punch-up.
I see. Tell you what. You tell your magic friend, and he sort of gestures over to Valen in particular, but Saphyrus also seems to be nearby him as well.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't even here the first session.
To keep his magic to himself. Not a lot of folks around here are friendly towards those kinds of folks. I've just realized I swapped from Scottish to Southern, and I can't swap back out of it. God damn it! But he leans in close. He leans in close and he says, "You'll do that, and maybe I'll teach you a thing or two about how things really go around this ship."
Well, I can certainly do that.
And as you say that, he grins, and you sort of you learn why they give him the nickname of Narwhal. He happens to have a massive tooth on the top end, which sort of juts out at a really odd angle whenever he gives you this grin. Hey. I like the sound of that. Like what an actual anime tooth would look like in real life. Like a fucking jagged fucking jutting out at a weird angle. Almost horizontal to his fucking gums, you know?
Oh!
Yeah, like a legitimate like a legitimate weird anime fang bullshit.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's one of those
Okay.
fucked up teeth that you don't want to wish upon your worst enemy.
Before we disengage here and he goes off to do whatever he's going to do, I'm just going to kind of, again, try and grab his attention. Say, do you remember that fish lass that works down in the kitchens? Did you see the way she punched that foppish wizard the first time she caught him using magic?
At that reference, he grins a little bit at the thought of it, but then he scowls a bit. That was the lad who sapped me of my strength. It was like all of a sudden all my muscles just shriveled up.
Magic, you can't trust it. You never know what they're going to throw at you.
Aye. That's why I don't trust it at all. Even that one down there, as he gestures down to Saphyrus with his summon. What is that thing? How do we know it's not just gonna lash out at us at the nearest moment?
Well, I can't speak for the one who sapped your strength, but that creature, it's a creature of the sea. As I'm told, my friend, the one who keeps it around, has tamed it. It's a companion to him. The same way that most men on land would keep a dog or a cat.
I don't trust it. Seems
Well,
not right.
I understand you, but it's a different kind of magic.
He has some good bigoted points.
It's the kind of natural magic that one brings from simple life experience, rather than studying out of books and scrolls. Try talking to him.
I'll think about it.
And
In the meantime, in the meantime, you have a little chat with your magic friend, and we'll see how things go. Nighttime tends to be pretty interesting if you keep your eye out for it. You can find all sorts of opportunities for a bit of rough and tumble.
I catch your meaning. I take your meaning. Thanks for the tip.
Aye. And would you like to roll your influence check on this boy?
Yes, I will. I just need to remember what my million billion persuade is. Where is it? Diplomacy.
Million Billy Persuasive 2.
Try 7.
Yeah. Come on, baby.
Ah,
Ooh. Ooh. Anyway, unfortunately,
thought you were trying to tell me something there.
unfortunately, that was an unsuccessful attempt at influence. However, you do have a potential in, if that makes sense.
I do,
See,
it does.
we'll see where that little conversation goes later on. Now then,
Low key.
Uncle.
Dwarf boy approaches me later.
I'll be sure
look at
to
the
warn
Grinica.
I am hoping that everything is done up right for work, and I am loading into it right now. So, the moment it loads, but in the meantime, I guess I could say that I'll probably just be working, I guess, diligently. So I can't really. I haven't been here. I don't know exactly what's going on. So we'll just say I work diligently.
All right.
And if I'm doing that, and I'm repairing the ship, and it's a
Sailor
professional
or
sailor ship.
dexterity?
Since I'm still waiting to load in, would you mind rolling it for me?
Yeah, I can roll that for you just fine.
Okay.
Just
So
a
plus
second here.
13 for the profession, because plus 4 for working diligently, right?
Yep. Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so
Well,
+13.
plus 12.
I have a 9 in my profession sailor.
Oh, you do? It only says 8
Mhm.
here in my version.
Interesting. What is it missing?
1 skill rank, 4 ability score, and 3 trained.
And I'm supposed to apparently have another +1, I think, from the Buccaneer's blood trait, I think. So
Ah, right. Okay.
Yes.
So plus 13 total. You managed to do that just fine. A 32.
he has. He's legitimately lived. He know. You know. You just see him moving around. He knows what to do.
He's lived on his
Honestly,
own
his whole
for
life.
whoever knows how many years. He knows how to repair things just fine. Perfect.
Absolutely.
All right.
And since I'll be working diligently, all that's going to end up happening is that he may end up whistling a shanty and/or talking to his octopus. So
Is that a euphemism?
pretty sure that's how that works, right? Yeah, you can always. I'm pretty sure you can always talk to your familiar with.
Yep.
No,
Yep.
not necessarily. That's at level 5. But there's
You can-
the empathic
you can-
link, so
You can talk to your familiar, but it can't talk back to you. So you're just talking to an
yeah,
octopus.
It's just
pretty
the
much.
empathic. Well,
Yeah.
my octopus is also a sage, so it's got an intelligence of 6. So I mean, it's intelligent. It just can't. It just goes. So
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. I love it. All right. Were there any other ship actions that people wanted to take during the daytime? Or I think that actually, unless you guys want to talk in character to each other.
Yes.
Yes.
Is talking amongst ourselves a free action?
That
I mean, I
is
believe
not
that's
a ship action at all. You can do that at any time before or after you roll your actions.
Excellent. Then
Yeah.
in that case, I am going to go down and I'm going to warn Saphyrus about that conversation we had that I had with Narwhal.
Oh, Warren, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Saphyrus, do you have a moment?
Yeah, just finishing up a couple of rigs here for the day, and that should do it. Good job, Cabados.
Excellent. Hana kind of reaches out a tentative hand the way she did the previous night towards Cubados.
He's gonna like hiss with his forked tongue and just kind of nuzzle into your palm.
Oh, that's exactly what I was hoping he'd do.
Sort of.
Yep.
I'm trying to do the effect.
I got
Oh, there's a lad. And he gets a couple of pets for his trouble.
The fins do the flapping.
Oh. So, Saphyrus, I know this probably isn't a good time, but you remember Narwhal, our friend that Valen enfeebled that first day?
Oh, yes, I stayed out of that one. I'm not really a brawling type myself.
No, I understand completely, but I wanted you to know he seems a bit interested in your Eidolon, I think you called it?
He's going to raise his eyebrows at that.
Yeah,
Oh.
I know. And not necessarily in the good way. He's skeptical of magic. I
He's
tried
not going to try and cook him, is he? And that's not going to work.
No, nothing like that. He seems a little bit afraid. So I tried to point him in your direction just to, show him that, the little man here isn't too scary. He gets another pet for that.
Well, I'm sure that given what happened, well, here's the thing. I think I mentioned this last evening, but Cubados and I share a sort of link, if you will. So, that being said, he probably would feel the same way that I would about him. Rather, what's the word? Actually, what is the word?
Apprehensive?
Yeah, that's little, somewhat apprehensive myself. He's probably just as scared as he is of Cubados.
Well, I understand that, but I did want to let you know that I tried to tell him that you were safe to approach. So if he comes up to you, don't be alarmed. He's probably just going to try and grill you about your dragon friend here.
All right. Well, I'll
Put it this way. I think it's an opportunity to
smooth
how did
things
he-
over.
Exactly. And the way he put it, there's a cadre of people on this ship that are afraid of magic and don't have to be. So if we can make inroads with one of them.
And well, to be honest with you, Hana, that's half the reason I kept him a secret on our first days to start.
No, I understand. But now he's here and out and about. Might as well make him a friend to the people, right?
Yeah, I'm sure you'd like that, wouldn't you, chum? He says, like, kind of scritching his chin. If he does, I wouldn't mind having a little tete-a-tete with him, but I'm sure we'll be able to come to some understanding. I even told what's his name?
Good.
Scourge. Yeah, I even told our Lord Scourge himself that he's here for the good of the ship. So I'm sure that he wouldn't have any.
Our Lord Scourge.
Hey, you're not in the conversation.
Shut your mouth, Demurge!
Shut your
mouth, Nagaina!
Jesus Christ. Hostile work environment.
I am everywhere. Don't
I
shut me out.
go away. I'm sure I'll be able to find some way to smooth things over.
Okay. I have absolute faith in you, my friend. I just wanted you to be forewarned.
I appreciate it.
And if anything else comes up, you'll be the first to know.
Oh, fine, Cubados. He's going to hug you.
Oh.
Thank you for looking out for me like a sister.
Well, would you have it any other way?
Honestly,
Oh, you
Cubados
sound
is
so
gonna have like
upset.
Cubados is just gonna have like a little nod of approval at that. It's like, that's right. You better hug her.
All right. That's it from my end.
Yep. Same.
So as Hana walks away, Cubados turns to look at you. I like her. She is nice.
Yeah, she's a clever one. I'll give her that.
I don't like the dwarf, though. I've seen him staring at us.
I understand, my friend. Is this our own private language or
Yes.
mental language?
Yes. This is private language.
Okay. I understand, but look, we're in this for the long haul. We don't know what our destination is. And
No. I mean, I've seen him interacting with the woman.
Oh.
Oh, you mean Syl, don't you, chum?
He does a snaky nod. And since you weren't involved in the fight directly, let me roll me a wisdom check real quick.
Okay,
We're doing a little memory game here.
sure.
See if Saphyrus can remember. Oh,
Maybe not.
unfortunately,
wasn't
he
even
does
there.
not. Huh?
It's like I wasn't even there.
Exactly. So, yeah, he wasn't even there, so he's only heard about the fight through rumors and the use of magic on one of the crew members, but other than that, he can't remember anything about it. Okay. He blue screened that fight.
And he bullshitted his way through our conversation very well.
No, he just took hard drugs afterward. Are you okay there? Do you need a napkin for your keyboard?
What?
Never mind.
Did he sneeze?
No, I thought I heard somebody spitting out a drink.
Oh, that might have been me sucking on a drink. Sorry. Anyway. So, I believe that is the daytime activities, unless anyone had any extra things that they wanted to do.
I do have one question. Just
Yes.
Point of information. I'm looking at the rigger list under the NPCs, and it looks like there's supposed to be one more of the riggers? Mahim?
2, 3. Oh, I don't even know how that happened. Okay, yeah. It just
There's been another person
just
running
happened
around
to.
up
Yeah,
here.
he just. Yeah. It just happened to be on the wrong location. That's my bad.
That's
Might
all
be-
good. He's on swing shift.
Yeah.
He's on swing shift, but he never
He
sees
got swing shift,
Wait.
literally.
it.
Oh.
I can't believe it took me that long to notice it.
Anyway. but yeah.
If
So
it's okay. I was gonna say if it's okay, I would like to pull or find Nagaina like before we go to nighttime activities.
Okay.
And have a small word with her.
Okay, sure. We'll pull you aside here.
Oh dear. He wants to talk to me.
Yes.
Wow. So what? She was doing like fixing job as well, right?
He was doing the same as everybody else.
Yep.
Repairs, yeah.
Every one of the swabs was doing the same job.
Wax on, wax off.
I just get close and ask her. So how is ship life treating you recently?
And she doesn't appear to notice him for a second, and she turns around after she finishes like nailing
Hammering a
something
nail
in.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, fair and foul, same as always. Why do you ask?
My fucking god, you're just one of the Furies from Macbeth. I can't.
Don't say that.
Sorry, Lona, I didn't hear what you replied. I just heard
Foul
Cygnus.
and fair, same as always. Why do you ask?
Just checking on how folks are doing.
Well, as you can see, I'm busy repairing the ship. We don't want to have more holes in it, do we? Lest we sink before we get to the next port. Not that I really care if we did.
Would it be that bad?
Maybe for you. My only pleasure in it would be seeing all those fuckers up on top deck drown.
Have a particular resentment against them?
No more
Well-
resentment than I would expect anybody on this ship to bear, having been plucked from their perfectly honest business in port peril and forced to do these menial tasks. And when she like lifts her hand again, you can see that it's covered in like green stuff and rat guts again.
Yeah.
She was probably pissed off earlier.
Just gonna. I would be lying if I say I didn't put under on top of Clock's head.
Well, I'm sure we all do. I bet even Pluck's own most loyal men want to have Pluck's head. Captaining
let's see.
ship would be a quite a fine form of employment, if you ask me.
I like how it think. I like how you think. Sorry, that came out weird.
Cygnus, why?
What?
Double, boil and bubble. Serious and total in trouble. Fucking it.
What are you shit posting in my chat? Motherfucker.
Double, boil and trouble.
Wait, that's illegal.
Wait, that's illegal.
Allow
One of
me
these
to go
days
and
I'm gonna
retrieve
do a
my
ship
copy of
full of
Macbeth.
fucking. One of these days I'm gonna do a ship full of fucking kobold pirates, and they're just gonna be the most adorable things, and you're gonna have to plunder them.
Off the Irish stick to make Cygnus laugh continually.
You know I love murdering kobolds in the mass.
I know.
Adorable.
Second
Those
only
most
to
frosty
drows.
as ever can be. Ooh.
But you know, drows are actually
I don't
disgusting.
need to be Macbeth. I'm already an Irish snake. How many more paradoxes do you want?
Every single one of them.
So I was gonna
Oh
say,
wait, I just got it. Because she has an Irish accent and not a Scottish one. I just realized that. Brilliant.
I was trying Scottish the last time, but then Cygnus was like, "Oh, you're an Irish snake." I'm like, "Okay."
I mean, it makes, honestly, it makes more sense as a meme in context. Ireland snakes? Huh?
Be a Midland snake.
No. Why would
Am I the only one that gets that?
No.
What,
no.
the fact there's
Cygnus-
no
I
snakes
get
in
it.
Ireland?
I get it.
I
get it.
I don't get it, but that's normal.
So what was fucking what's his fuck name going to
Ulki?
say? I'm sorry. Ulki, yes.
Mm.
There's so many pet characters in this campaign. It's you forget names
What were you
very
going to
easily.
say?
I was gonna say, shit. What was I going to say?
Well, you tell me.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure most of us are looking for an opportunity to, you know, give it back to the Faka.
Well, at this point, I'd settle for having you off my back.
At this point, what?
I'd settle for having you off my back.
Translation.
She doesn't want you around.
She wants you to stop bothering her.
Oh. Okay.
If I hear another word out of you, I might just nail this. I might just. Fuck, I'm sorry. Give me a sec.
When shall we three meet again in thunder, lightning, or in rain?
You would do it.
Fuck.
Got him!
Why?
Do you want to fight?
I might
Yes.
do. Do you want to challenge me?
Fighting.
You're mugging
fight
for a
you.
fight, are you?
You're mugging for a fight, are you?
Come at
I'll
me,
fight
bro.
You like dogs? Do you like dogs?
You like darts? You like darts?
No, is she Irish or is she a pikey? Gotta
Oh,
choose one or the
Jesus.
other. Do you like dogs? Hey, Goody gets it. Hey.
No.
Sorry, what were you gonna say, Luna?
Is there something you want? Is there something I can do for you to make you go away?
You? Nah, nothing particular. I want many things, but nothing to do with you at the moment. So, I just gonna like give her the bag and wave buys.
Proper sods off.
So what's in the bag?
No, I give you the bag and just wave goodbye.
You give me. Oh, you turn your back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she goes back to hammering things and wax on, wax off, paint the fence, sand the deck.
As you do. All right, so transitioning to nighttime. All right, so night has come. Ryuuko, you managed to, with the help of slowly sobering up Croup, managed to get the food done for tonight without too much issue, and managed to get it all served out to folks. What are you planning on doing as your nighttime ship activity? Once more, I can show this to you guys to remind you of your nighttime ship actions.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know what I'm going to do. Seeing as she is not currently friendly, I am going to go and try to influence Rosie.
Ooh,
Yes, you'll remember her, I'm sure.
of course. The one that you helped get the
The
fiddle
fiddle
for.
for, yes.
Yeah. So I could get my sword.
Correct.
I will have a quick question. What is the current phase of the moon? Just curious.
That is a good fucking question.
Roll a d4 for full waning, waxing.
Let's see. I
It's not like any of
believe.
us know what fucking day it is, anyway.
You know what? Let me
Yeah, hasn't it been
scroll
less
down
than
to
a
my.
week, all told?
Let me scroll
More
down
than a
to
year
my.
in real time, but less than a week on the ship.
Time is fluid here.
No, we've been almost 3 weeks on the ship.
No. You're coming up on day 14, so exactly. Well,
2 weeks.
yeah, almost exactly 3 weeks in Narr'tor time.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because
Give
they
me a
have weird
second.
calendars.
Yeah. Let me grab the calendar info here real quick.
Didn't we say it had 2 moons or something? I forget. Or is it just like Earth?
It is. Give me just a second here.
I always
grab
forget.
Let me.
I feel like it was only. I'm pretty sure it was only 1 moon.
It was just we just had one moon.
Yes, there
And
is
it's
only one
generally
moon.
Earth-like otherwise. Although,
Yes.
from my calculations, about half the size of the actual planet Earth. But
Yes.
whatever.
Okay. Okay, so we'll just select a random. Okay.
Very sorry to put everything on hold. I'm just
No. That's
World
okay.
building, this is important.
Yeah.
fair enough. The thing I've been like hooked on for like weeks.
Let's
Is that like
say.
hooked on phonics? Do they do a class?
So this is fairly let's give it Jundalf the 11th. So that is waning. Waning
Moon right now.
yeah, waning gibbous moon.
Okay, just wondering.
So
So
today-
I won't be worried
Actually-
about anything today.
Actually, that's interesting. Okay. Today I'll just note it here. Day 13 is Jundalf 11th.
Gandalf the 11th got it.
You said it before I could.
So 13, jumped off 11th. Boom.
So that's kind of
Okay.
you, right?
Also, does that mean it's cold, warm, or what? Like, what season are we in?
It is summer. It's
Okay.
fairly well into summer at this point.
Summer in
Okay.
the tropics. That's got to be miserable.
Yeah.
I'm okay, actually, but
Yeah.
there's reasons for that one. So,
He has
he's
innate protections in place.
yeah. He's always
Mhm.
wondered why, the weather never affects him like everyone else.
Mhm.
But anyways.
Everyone's complaining about the temperatures. You're just sitting there like, huh. That's like Sabrina whenever it gets fucking freezing down here in like 20-degree weather.
And
Just
in
like,
the Midwest,
whatever.
Midwest, we're just like, huh, shit's frozen.
Huh. Shit's frozen. Huh.
It's
Interesting.
It's like me when you complain about.
How do you like your burgers?
7 degrees.
Frozen.
If Narwhal was not going to approach me, I would like to influence Jack.
All right. So you will influence a Jack. So I'll just stick you over here, here.
I'm gonna have to get reacquainted with
Actually,
all
you
of
know
this.
what? We'll stick you both together here. I've got an idea for that. Nagaina, what were you thinking of doing?
I was either going to sneak around the ship or try to influence. I think we DM'd about this a while back. Who I'd be
I
possibly
got the list right here.
friendly with. Where's
That would be friendly
There's
to.
Badger and Rosie that I think I was gonna be possibly building a rapport with.
Badger and.
Rosie Caswell.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the one I'm trying to influence.
Yep. And then Badger is this one, the older elf lady.
Yeah. Oh, the older half-elf woman, right?
Yep. Older half-elf woman. Cool.
Ooh, male PCs received -2. Thank God I'm a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So you're wanting to do influence with Badger?
Yeah, let's have a chat with Badger.
Okay, cool. Ulki, what were you thinking of doing?
I want to try to keep talking with. Eeny, meeny, miny. Cogsworth.
Ah,
Who?
yes, Cogsworth.
Crimson
Okay, just
Chin.
making sure.
I'm guessing chaotically heard the same thing
Crimson
I did.
Cocksure. Crimson Cocksure.
Chin killer.
Well, cocksure is probably the only thing he's sure about.
The fuck?
Cocksure cock tease.
Exactly.
Ooh.
Probably
You should
overconfident
be
in
used.
that area.
You should be used to my bad English by now.
No,
That's
you're
okay. That's
fine.
okay. You're good. Ryuuko?
I
What
wasn't
were you
trying to
thinking?
make funny.
Hey,
enough. I
honestly,
just
I have no idea. Hmm. I want to try to see if I can do something with Narwhal, but like I also feel like Ryuuko forgot who he is.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Like unless like a Hana like came up and said, "Oh, by the way, I told him about that." I'm pretty sure she fucking forgot that even happened.
Well,
That's
I
fair.
mean,
That's fair.
Weren't you building a rapport with Rosie and/or Jack?
I think maybe I was. You know, is anyone like doing arm wrestling, RN? Anyone looking like they're like doing some feats of strength today?
Okay. I have one for
I'm
that.
trying to show off.
All right. You're gonna
And or fail miserably. Because someone keeps saying the name.
You'll be fine.
Don't worry. I have someone for you. How about Jaundice Jape?
Sure, let's go. I'm gonna lose,
This
but let's
boy.
go.
This boy.
Let go.
All right, and Uncle.
Put me in my place, Daddy. Ooh.
Jesus.
wow. Okay.
Woo.
That's more cursed than any Scottish play.
Not wrong. Not wrong.
Oh my!
It outcame my existence.
That's a
That's
That
a
one
spicy
broke me.
meatball.
Put me in my place. Would you like it to be a cursed Scottish play? In Scottish?
Oh.
Ryuuko's on the spinach. Let's go.
Put me in my place, Daddy.
Stop.
Stop this. Cease!
I'll kill you
It's okay,
all of
guys.
your characters in Razor
It's okay,
Tide.
guys. I'm just playing Uwuko.
Oh my god.
Christ.
Ooh, big sword.
Uwu big
Anyways, you were asking me what I was planning on doing, right?
Yep.
Well, I don't have performance, so. I mean, he's still barely brand new, so honestly, I might just end up watching the rest of the crew. Because I actually also have to get reacquainted with the damn game and all the people anyways, so.
That's fine. That's fine.
He'll kind of be sitting back and he'll be, again, he's just going to keep on, he's going to be humming a tune. Just.
All right. I have plans for you. Okay, so
In the meantime,
gonna-
I will make that new picture into a token and send it your way.
excellent, cool. All right, so Hana and Saphyrus, you spot Rosie and Jack sitting at a table, throwing down some gold and rolling some dice. Are y'all interested in joining in?
You know, Hana is going to make a big show of leaning on Saphyrus' shoulder, and kind of trying to push him towards the table.
Gambling mood tonight. All right.
Well, big boy, you're the one with the gold. I've got nothing but what I got back on me.
Wait.
Come on. What is happening? Should I need a sense motive this or something? Or
Who, me? No.
yeah, I'm confused.
She's trying to get you to spot her a couple gold for the fucking gambling.
It's true.
You can
I'm
probably
trying to
figure
get
this
you to
out.
Do the gambling for me,
I'm happy to. Yeah.
because I know better.
Random question in regards to Gear 2, Wuten. For some reason, I
Yes.
still have the in terms of weight of my equipment, apparently I still have my spear. Was that actually the case or no?
Yes, you still have your monk's robes, your spear, and I believe 10 gold pieces as well.
Okay, I was
depending
just
on
making sure.
whether or not you spent that. Yeah. They let you keep
Nope,
your
I
spear
done
because
nothing.
you rolled really good on your sleight of hand check, and they figured, he's just some kind of fisherman. He can keep his fishing spear, you know.
Fair
It's
enough.
a good
Okay.
thing he wasn't trying to hide it.
Mhm.
Well, it's kind of hard to hide a spear, anyways.
Not with that attitude. Makes
Exactly.
new meaning to having stick up your ass.
Way up your ass, Morty.
Way up your ass, Morty. Anyway,
Is that just a
way up your
just a
ass,
spear in
Uncle.
your pants? Are you happy to see me? No, it's actually a spear. Oh,
just completely deadpan uncle, just like, no, it's actually a spear.
I'm sorry, but I cannot hear Uncle as sounding anything like, but as anything other than like exactly like Big Boss.
Yeah.
Ah.
I'm trained. Don't worry, guys. I'm trained in CQC. Oh! All right. We're clear. All right. So,
Nanomachine, son.
Okay.
nanomachine, son. Anyway.
I'm sorry.
So,
I keep derailing
Saphyrus.
things. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. Saphyrus and Hana, Hana is pushing you towards the gambling table. Saphyrus,
Mhm.
All right.
you get the feeling that she's pushing you that way for a reason.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna join in. I know we're we're on pretty good terms with these two for our own different reasons. So, yeah, why not?
And Hana, rather than taking a place at the table, again just kind of stays behind and leans over Saphyrus' shoulder, just kind of resting her arms on the backs of his shoulders. Hello there, Rosie. Been a while since we've talked.
Hi, how have you been?
Oh, not bad at all. Been hearing your lovely fiddle music all over the ship.
Glad to hear it. As she, like, you see her, like, pick it up from just resting on the chair and just hugs it a little bit and then just sets it down. We're just about to start another game. Are you in?
Oh, can I throw some in there so it's not like really?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, it's like likewise, I must say, if you have a feeling that the want to do a little performance some evening, just give me a holler.
I'll be sure to let you know. Now then, are you up for a game? I'm kicking his ass. I need some challenge. Jack just sort of like leans back, rolls his eyes. The pot's starting at 2 gold this time around. Are y'all wanting in?
Well, I think my money's on my friend Saphyrus here. I just spent the last of my gold getting my stuff back, and I'm not keen to lose it just yet.
Oh. As Jack eyes your gear up and down.
And could you?
Well, it's good to see that you managed to get it all back.
Yeah, I'm very happy to have it back and not in the hands of any of our less ethical friends.
Aye, it's better than what can be said for, well, a lot of us here. I'm still trying to get my stuff back. You have no idea how long I've been working at it. To be fair, most of it just kind of, he nudges over to Rosie. Most of it just kind of, she gets it, you know? So. Oh, that's just because you don't have Lady Luck on your side.
Anything in particular you're looking for to get back, Jack?
Yes.
Well, not. I don't want to bother you with it. You know, it's.
Oh, not at
I'll
all.
take care of it. No.
We're all after something here.
Come on, you saw we gave Rosie back her fiddle. Why wouldn't we help you as well?
Well, I think the only couple of things left I've got are, well, I had a dagger on me when I got captured, and they took that away, and I had a little relic that I picked off who was it? Some merchant on the mainland, but you know, they took that too, and it really looked nice. I think they actually didn't put it in the quartermaster's area. I never saw it since going down there to check. I think the captain might have taken that, but you know, it is what it is. But anyway, it's nothing to worry about. Are y'all wanting in on the game?
Spears is gonna take out a couple of gold pieces. He's gonna turn back around, give Hana a wink.
Don't screw this up, or I'm taking Cubados as collateral.
Oh God.
You say that like he wouldn't complain. Oh wait, he would.
Well, that's the joke.
Smithers, get on the table. God damn it. Okay. So Saphyrus is in.
And I'm just watching and commenting.
So Saphyrus is in, Rosie is in, and Jack is in. So I need all of you to roll 5d6. So I'll roll for Rosie and Jack, and then we'll see who wins the pot. So you're working for matches and number high, basically. It's poker rules, essentially. So
Alright, we got
this
some
is
snake eyes here. Uh-oh.
that's a Jack, and that's a Rosie.
Oh wow.
Well, it
So
looks like
Rose.
yeah, looks like Rosie got the pot. Yep, that's another,
So-
and that's another 6 gold for me.
You really are lighting it up tonight, aren't you?
I'll say I've already won about 12 gold from him. You know, it's pretty
What are
easy
you going
once
to do with it all?
Well, the lady never reveals whatever she's wanting to get.
Ooh.
I'm saving up for a little something.
Hana gives her a wink, and if Conkerbar is in the vicinity, kind of surreptitiously nods in his direction.
Oh. Looks
Yeah,
at 3
so-
gold left in my pocket.
So, are you in for another round? We'll lighten the pot a little bit for you. Just a gold piece. I'll go easy on the both of you.
While he's figuring that out, Wuten, did you catch the last thing I said about Rosie?
No, I didn't. Sorry.
Okay, no, you're good. Just making sure, because this might be important. You know, when she says she's saving up for something, I try and find Conkerbar in the room and kind of gesture my understanding at Rosie.
Saphyrus is going to take a long hit of his brew.
This is brewski, which is essentially grog.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's not a pleasant taste going down, but it's something.
Yeah, it's just to like stiffen the emotional strain of oh boy, I'm
Yeah.
almost poor.
Yep.
It's more so.
Whose pocket?
Well, I think he would. He would say, I don't know if I need to lighten the pot so quickly, but it's up to it's up to you, Jack. I'll follow your lead, chum.
Jack sort of like hangs his head, reaches into his pocket, pulls out like 4 gold
All right.
pieces left over, and just pulls
Let's
out
do-
one, puts one,
One
Oh.
it is. One it is.
just sets
Fierce is gonna
one
say,
coin.
like, hitting the table, like checking the table. One gold piece it is. One gold piece. All right.
She's cleaning us out, man.
I feel
So with a grin on her face and a dejected out of Jack's and something out of Saphyrus's, I won't assume.
Yeah, a little bit. It's like, he's right. I'm so screwed.
We roll once more.
I am in financial danger.
I'm in financial danger. Yeah, precisely. All right.
My coffers are in danger.
My coffers are in peril. Port peril, in fact. All right, let's go 5d6.
Yeah.
Come on, Guti. There you are, my
That
man.
felt pretty good.
Well, that's Rosie and
Ooh.
as Jack looks at his dice, grin on his face, yeet, as he yanks the 3 gold off the table, places it into his pocket.
There you are, chum.
Does a little.
Lady Luck,
Does a,
Lady Luck plays no favorites.
I'll say, but well, 1 out of like 4, 5, you know. She may not play favorites, but she certainly plays non-favorites, I guess. Anyway.
All right, you've all convinced me. And Hana sits down at the table. Someone willing to spot me a gold? I haven't played this game before, so you're going to get it back.
Saphyrus is going to toss Hana one gold piece. He's like, there you go, second to last one. And then he says, taking up his last gold piece, puts it down on the table.
Well, you better hope for a good roll that time around. As Rosie pulls out another set of dice for Hana to roll. All right. Looks like we'll be doing one more roll for the night. Let's see what you got. And let's do this.
21! Somebody!
Oh, nice. Oof.
Actually, that's the same roll as... Actually, that's 2 pair.
2 pair. Nice.
Oh, yeah, 2 pair.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Oh, shit!
And a Rosie.
2 pair.
Oh, a 3 pair and a 6.
Well, 3 of a kind.
3 of a kind.
Yeah.
And I think 2
Okay.
pair beats it.
Not 3 of a kind, I don't think. No.
Oh, okay.
I think 2 pairs beats 3 of a kind.
Quick, to the
No,
poker rules.
It's pair, 2 pairs, 3 of a kind. No, pair,
Yeah,
2 pair, 3 of a kind.
pair.
Yeah.
Yeah, pair, 2 pair, 3 of a kind.
Okay.
Question, do the
Ooh.
people in the game know the answer to that? Because if they don't, they might argue over it.
Well, you can bet Rosie knows.
I can imagine
Yeah.
Rosie being like, oh no, I'm going to win. Jack's like, no, fuck you. 2 pair beats 3 of a kind.
Ah, well,
She
it was
pulls
a good
out-
effort.
Yeah. She slides the 4 gold into her hand, like pulls the collar of her shirt and just tucks it in there for safekeeping. And that was a good game. That was fun.
It was. Thank you for the invite. Maybe in the next
Yes.
few nights I'll throw up a song. I'll launch up a song charming enough to get some spare change, shall we say?
Well, just let me know and I'll be happy to help you with that.
I will certainly bear
And in
that
the
in mind.
meantime... Sorry, go ahead, Guti.
You're just gonna bear that in mind, you said.
Okay. And in the meantime, Rosie, best of luck with your gift shopping.
Aw. Oh, thank you.
And Jack, you know,
And-
you do, considering you have a bit of seniority, if we happen across anything of interest, we'll be sure to let you know. All right?
Oh, without question.
Oh, that's real nice of you. Thanks. And with that, roll your influence checks.
All right, let's hope we do a bit better here.
I've been waiting for this all day. D&D.
I've been waiting for this moment all
Hello.
day.
Shit!
Let's see how this turns out, though I'm fairly certain I already know. Let me just confirm.
Get Jack on our side.
Get them both.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he was already friendly to pretty much the entire party. So at
Now
this
he's a
point,
super friend.
at this point,
Justice.
not only is Jack helpful, but Rosie is also helpful.
Excellent.
Congratulations! Managed to
Teamwork.
finish that bonding and managed to
Hannah now
gain
has
not one but 2 new allies on the ship. At this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Your friends now equal the number of. Well, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Bless you.
Thank you.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Your friends now equal the amount of neutral and or potentially hostile members of the crew.
Excellent.
You have crossed that threshold. So, with that, we'll go next to Nagaina. During your
Alright.
I think I finally got a hold on what all the.
one moment, guys. I need to help with a hair issue real quick. Oh.
God damn, excuse me.
Because
Blessed be my child.
You.
Super Gesundheit.
Excuse me. Somebody trying to hold back a laugh, or what's going on?
I cannot tell.
Neither could I.
No, it's me.
Excuse me. Fucking hell.
I think I'm coming down with something because my throat's starting to hurt. My nose is just
Something is going around. Like
sneezing.
3 people at work this week got sick, and I hear it online too. Like, what the shit?
Yeah, I go
My
out
friends
for
had
the first time in like a week, and of course I get sick. Fuck me.
Well, you know what season it is, folks. It's
I know,
flu season.
It's my immune system shut down because it hates the cold season.
Exactly. Same difference.
You don't like me.
I've had this cough though, so I'm fine.
Probably related to that issue we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, probably. Right, now I need to start studying who the people are again, now that I finally got a rehandle on my sheet. At least I'm not like a level 15 or 16, because then I'd be like, okay, let's go look at all these fucking spells.
In exactly that tone of voice.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there's all of that.
Finally got a hold on what the hell I'm doing again. Just the divine version of the witch. Then alright, I might need to start muting myself for a little bit. I think I'm just gonna start coughing a lot, so.
Get yourself some water, man. As long as we have the break, I just want to make sure, as I was telling people earlier, I'm using a new headset mic, so I just want to make sure that it's still clear and not coming on too hot or too cold.
Well, you're always hot, so.
Oh, you're so sweet.
The woo.
But no, that was a serious question.
I'm back.
You're fine.
There was-
You're
Wuten
fine.
has a squishy butt.
Hi. I was helping with had a hair tangle issue, but we got it all.
I wonder whose butt's squishier, Wutens or Christians?
What?
Christians.
Find out next time at HarmonyCon 2020.
Fucking hell.
Uh,
Yeah. Anyway,
Christians.
so Nagaina, you were wanting to influence Badger.
Badger.
Mushroom.
What a
So
snake.
Yes, I was. And was that you who just sent me the thingy of Badger?
Yes.
It sends
Maybe.
to everyone.
Okay.
But
yeah,
yes.
I'm like, sorry.
Yes. As
You
she
think I could
as she
interest you in a
sees.
drink?
Well, you know I can always have more. Let's see here. I'm just making sure that I'm performing this correctly. Well, you know I could always have more to drink. Pull up a
What
chair.
say you make- What did you say?
I said, pull up a chair.
And she nods and sits down across from her.
So I assume that someone like you aren't just bringing me aren't just sitting down for a drink without some sort of reason. What's on your mind?
Sharp eye. Fuck. I said I want to influence Badger, but now I'm like, fuck, what do I want to specifically do?
We could talk about various gossipy things, you know? There's things that
you know, I
Nagina
know-
would be interested in, you know?
Oh?
Yeah.
There was something that she might be interested in, you said?
I
Well, yes,
I mean,
that.
Hmm?
No, I wasn't there for this, but when I was below decks last night, I heard somebody singing something. What was going on last night up here?
From what I remember, she like nods towards Saphyrus. That one over there was doing a little performance. I didn't think too much of it, but well,
Performance.
performance is a performance. He seems too mainlander for my taste.
Oof.
He has an air about him I don't quite like.
Oof.
Oh? What about him? What about him? No, I can't talk like myself. Fuck. I can't be an encyclopedia. I have an 11 intelligence.
Just talk like a general person. Just talk like a normal Joe. An average Joe.
How do I
An
do
average
that?
Jolene.
I've talked like in a dictionary my entire life. What do I do?
Talk
Wow,
like
I'm
a
more intelligent
talk like a
than you.
dictionary, but use an Irish accent.
Fuck.
Rude.
Wow.
Oof.
Cygnus does it better than me and he still sounds erudite.
Well, thank you, lass.
No. This air about him. Is there something... What is this about him that strikes you as off?
Oh, not necessarily off. Just the mainland elves seem too pretentious for my taste. He just doesn't quite have his sea legs, if you catch my drift. He's still treating this as sort of a, oh, we're out on the sea. I'm getting away from all my problems. I can see it. But you know, That's not what this is all about. This sort of life, it eats away at you. I've been here probably longer than anyone else here.
Whoa,
And-
whoa.
Sorry.
Everybody talking at once.
No, you go ahead, Badger.
I've been here probably longer than anyone else here. And I've seen crewmates come and go. It changes people. And I've seen plenty of them like him. You know where his kind ends up. Under the ship. Quicker than most. I don't like it. And I don't like him.
You don't like seeing him go under? Or you don't like seeing him upset the captain?
Now ain't that the question of it all?
And she takes a swig of her drink while she's waiting for Badger to think about it.
I've been here longer. How long have I been here? Well, certainly longer than, well, you lot. I remember the old days where most of the crew was almost entirely different of a group compared to what it is now. And I remember the captain putting together the new crew. Put a lot of stress on him, especially after what happened. But I don't think a lot of the new crew are recognizing just how much work that the captain puts in. I don't think they appreciate what he's done for us. Now, you could have your opinions about the captain's crew, the ship officers. I certainly don't like the lot of them. They have their days. But they're what we have. And like you and the others will learn, we make do with what we have. Whether we like it or not. Take that as some old wisdom from an old sailor.
Make do with what you have? I can drink to that.
Aye.
And she
Clink.
raises. Yep, clink.
All right. So, with that, would you like to roll an influence check here?
Let me see if I can do this.
I'll go ahead and roll it for you.
Right, boo. My diplomacy is +2. I don't have diplomacy as a class skill, so
So here comes.
The Crimson Chin.
21.
that's me.
Well, butter my butt and call me a biscuit. That's gonna be that's gonna be a 3 for 3. God damn.
Wow.
You guys are rolling really good on these diplomacy checks.
So now Badger is friendly to me, or is she friendly
Badger
to
is not only friendly to you, she is helpful.
And that's to everyone.
Yes.
That's
All I
to
need
everyone.
Wait, did I seriously just need to listen to her, apparently?
It was the way you listened.
It's the way you did, you know? And with that, I will also add a little bit more information to her little entry here that
Good deal.
some folks may find pertinent.
On that note,
Like the fact
Ryuuko,
she is helpful. I'm going to let Hana and Snake Girl do all the
Yeah, it sounds as that I
Be
would.
the liaisons.
I'll go ahead and remove the info about her penalty to influence checks because you no longer have to worry about that. And I'll just replace it with she just doesn't respond much to questions asked of her, especially by males. So, boom.
She does not. She just gave me She just gave me like this long rant about people being dumb on the ship.
Well, I also learned more about her from another MP.
Yeah, there was a previous interactions that provided some of that information here. So let me go ahead and move a couple of entries. But
At the end of
also
that
a little thing that some of you might find interesting. I'll post it in here as well. I've added it to her entry, but I'll post her character little entry there. She was one of, I don't know if you caught it, but she was one of the few members of the original Wormwood crew. So before the Wormwood ended up disappearing and then reappearing, it ended up she appears to be one of the original members of that crew that survived whatever the Wormwood managed to go through all those years ago.
Ah.
Question.
Yes.
How old does she appear? Middle-aged? Older?
Probably like her 30s, mid-30s-ish.
Okay.
Yeah. She's almost to that point, you know.
Well, to be fair, middle age in Pathfinder for humans is 35. So any any other race that is said to be middle aged is basically 35. So give or take the state of their health at that point.
Yeah, sure. I know D&D racial ages and how that works, but you know, it was just
Yep. Specifically for half elves, it's 62 years.
Ah, okay.
So she's been around, but she still looks fairly young. But she has that look in her eye, you know, a look of aged wisdom.
Excuse me.
At the end of that, I would like to note that I would like to get the attention of and Hana somewhere.
Of who?
Hana and Saphyrus.
All right.
Okay.
Just for later, depending on how things play out.
Okay. I'll stick you all over here then. Ulki, you're sitting down with Cogsword.
Yes.
Oh, my favorite little my favorite storyteller. How have you been?
You know, doing work here and there. Hearing things. Interesting ones.
Hearing things, huh? What kind of things? You feel him. Well, you don't feel him. You see him just sort of, just. I don't want to say fingering because that doesn't seem like the right word, but just like
Pointing?
not
Messing with?
pointing. Just messing with. Yeah, essentially just
Like
messing
fidgeting?
with his. Fidgeting with his. Pendant with the symbol of Skolas on it. You got
Let's
any?
just recap. Let's just recap here. Ulki felt him fingering.
Stop this! Cease at once. So Ulki.
That is all you, baby.
What kind of things have you been hearing about? As he's just fidgeting with the symbol of Skolas in his necklace.
At the moment, not much of interest, aside from the fact that we apparently are getting quest again, for some reason. But what
Oh.
interests me is that I am trying to look for someone that might have something that's mine.
Oh. Well, you came to the right place, luckily for you. What kind of thing are you looking for?
I was doing some inventory stuff, just as an extra work to get some cash, but I might have taken advantage of that to, look into my personal belongings if they're where they should.
You working for that
However,
fucking orc chick? Whatever. So what are you looking for?
Yeah, I think someone might have gotten my set of armor before me.
Oh, a set of armor, huh? Well, looks around. Seems a bit generic. You got anything else?
Yeah, it's might be weird to say, but I mean, I like gesture like a rod or wand of sorts. I think the best way I can put it is a rod.
A rod?
Yeah.
He puts a finger to his chin and thinks for a moment. A rod. What color was it?
I sort
So I
of
think
look around. Black.
His eyes. You see the twinkle in his eyes just sort of light up. Ah. Well, as he leans in close, I might be willing to share for a little. As he clicks his tongue and makes a little, rubs his thumb to his fingers. Little incentive.
So I was planning to bet it anyway, so I take out 2 of my 4 gold and would this be?
He holds out his hand for you to put it in. Ebony? Ebony? Did we lose him?
Uh-oh.
Ebony!
Oh, no. Oh, no! Yeah, apparently.
Oh no. Let me ping him on the game.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, excellent. So he holds out his hand for you to put it in.
I put the 2 gold in.
Takes it, slides it into his pocket, and leans over to you. Well, it just so happens I have seen that on... He makes sure to hide the fact that he's pointing, but you see that over his shoulder, he's pointing at someone you are quite familiar with.
I'm going to sigh and let out a small chuckle. I'm going to have a fun talk with him soon. I do appreciate your helpfulness.
And I appreciate your transaction, as he gives you a toothy grin and leans back in his chair. And with that, go ahead and roll your influence check with
I was
Cog.
gonna ask him one more thing before like leaving the
Huh?
conversation.
Oh, sure.
Also, remember the thing you mentioned me to come with you last time about, and I kind of
Mhm.
like raised my fists.
Aye.
When?
Who won?
When?
Oh, when? Well, let's see. I'm thinking of having one 2 nights from now. You should join in. I think you might have a good time.
Oh, Simon.
Looking forward to it. And with that, go ahead and roll your influence check.
I like this guy. Influence.
That'd be diplomacy.
Oh!
Well, it was worth a shot. You didn't quite influence him, but you did get some very useful information out of him.
Pac-Man breath sound.
I'm gonna stuff his maggots up his ass.
What?
Well then.
Yarrrr
All right.
days.
All right, Ryuuko, you're sauntering over to what looks to be a 1 second. A very quiet half-orc. Yeah, he's a pretty big guy, you know.
Ooh, even better.
Ooh, yeah. So he's
Who are
just
you?
sitting there minding his own business when you saunter up to him, and he turns his head just slightly to glare out from beneath his very bushy eyebrows.
Bless.
Thank you. Sorry.
And he's just looking at you. Mm.
I look at him.
Mm.
So he's just sitting there.
Yeah, he's just sitting there, not talking.
He's at a table, right?
Yes, he's at a table. He's drinking some grog.
I have to pick myself up and I kind of try to lean on the table the best I can, and I'm like, you look rather strong. I'd like to test my strength against you. And I bring up my hand as if like for an arm wrestle. I must get stronger.
Has he like you see he has very prominent tusks just protruding out from his lower lips. And when you place your elbow on the table, you see them just sort of curl up in a grin. As he raises up a burly, his skin is like this deep foresty green, and he just slams his elbow onto the table.
Yes.
And you see very, very obviously that his arm quite literally is 2.5 times your size. Like your
Get
arm's
him.
size.
He is. Jonas Jape is on the spinach. Get him.
Let's go.
He takes a hold of your diminutive hand in comparison to his own. Picks up the fish that was on a nearby plate. Just chomps out of it. And starts with he doesn't even say anything. He just grunts out, and I need you to make a strength check.
Yes.
As the arm wrestle begins.
Yes. Man of little words. I like that.
I probably happen to be in the area,
Whoopsies.
so
I
I'm
forgot the
sitting
plus
up.
4, so it's 14.
So 14.
I'm sitting up to watch this.
Watch me lose.
You are taken by surprise by his sudden grunt, and he manages to get the edge on you. You are pushed down 1/3 to the table.
Yes, a challenge.
All right, second round. Go for it.
I'm gonna lose and it's gonna be so good.
Come on, swole girl.
Her strength is in her fins.
It is. I'm gonna use my
Pushing
tail.
you down 2/3 of the way. You're like right on the edge of losing. He's absolutely taken you by shocking surprise. You knew he was he was strong just by looking at him, but you did not expect this out of this silent monster of a man. And a third roll out of it.
All right.
Let's see.
I want him to train me in his ways of silent grunting.
Come on. Take out Shrek.
Oh, you finally managed to catch yourself back after that surprising amount of strength that he managed to pull out right at the start of his right at the start of your competition. And you managed to push your way back up to the we'll say the 1 o'clock mark, We'll use a clock here. So you're up at 1 o'clock now, but he's still pushing. And will you be able to make a comeback? Let's find out. Next round.
On Dragon Balls.
Nope.
Ooh, he even with that burst of sudden strength on your end, he's not giving you any inch. He pushes you back down to the 2 o'clock mark, and with that, let's go. Ooh. Let's see what you get.
Come on,
All
Queen.
right. Nope.
Oh.
You managed to actually. He's getting a bit confident. This small fish is like the food he just ate. He took a bite of his fish in the process as like a cocky taunt, and it managed to give you the chance to push yourself back to the 1 o'clock mark. All right, let's see where this goes.
All right.
Next round.
I just can't roll.
Holding it. You're holding it at the 1 o'clock mark. He's pushing down, but you're holding your own. Let's see if this.
Strong fish girl.
Let's see if your stamina holds out.
You
God
have
damn.
a good con.
You do have a good con, but let's see if it holds out for you. Ooh, he's pushing you back down. He's managed to get you back down to the right. He's almost got you down, but
You see,
will
Ryuuko,
you be
it's
able
the
to?
Oh, I was just going to say, you didn't believe in Macbeth?
I
Look at where you
don't.
are now.
Fine, I'll believe in it now.
Believe in Macbeth. See if you can
believe it.
pull a win, pull a W.
Beth.
Macbeth,
Right.
Macbeth.
No, see,
And with that, you are slammed down into the table. You are
Teach me.
like laid out before him. Oh, and he just slams your arm down onto the table. It's like red from the grip that he had on your hand, and he stands up and lets out this as he pumps his fists into the air and flexes a bit for the crowd, that the small crowd that had gathered for the performance, and all of them just cheer Jaundice Jape as he has won victorious over the fish woman with a giant sword. As he turns down to look at you and grins.
That was awesome.
As he grips your arm and hefts you back up. And clasps your arm and sort of like that like the typical soldiers, like the Spartan soldier salute, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And go ahead and roll an influence check.
All right.
And don't forget your
No, I
plus
have a-
2 from...
Yeah, my plus 2.
Yeah, your plus 2.
My plus 2s? Not the
Your
same
plus-
kind, but...
A different
Plus
kind.
two, not your plus
A unique
twos.
kind. A kind that you got from violently beating up a
There
retarded
it is! What the fuck?
adult. All right. So, Jaundice Jape.
Yo, we're on our way to upping the influence of the people who thrash him.
I want him to teach me. I want him to be my sensei. Let's go.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
Unfortunately, that wasn't quite high enough to bump him up. But you know, you made a great show, and you're on his radar now. Perhaps we will see more of this very quiet orc as the weeks go by. So, I believe Uncle was the last one here. I do have something for Uncle.
Ooh, ew.
Well,
So
I will have been sitting there watching the
Mhm.
the arm wrestling match. So the still trying to come up with a name for
I want
his
him to
familiar.
Mhm.
Will otherwise be hiding in his clothes. So generally has been hiding about his person the whole time because, well, probably not a good idea to randomly have something that somebody might decide they want to turn into fish food. So
Yeah. So, while
should be easy to
you're
hide on my person with a plus 25
Up some
stealth. So.
calamari.
all right,
Yeah,
so
no.
Uncle, I need you
Let's
to
not.
roll me a perception check real quick.
Sure.
Yeah, let's see.
10.
Okay, so whilst you
Should my
are
familiar also make one, or just me?
go ahead and let your familiar roll it as well.
Okay, I need to go and figure out what the hell perception would be. Perception is +1.
All right.
She is a little more perceptive than I am.
All right. Unfortunately, neither of you are perceptive enough to notice someone pulling up a chair next to you at the table as the cheers are going off from the recent test of strength. And you see, as you get back to your sitting by yourself, a voice gets your attention. That is quite the wait. That is quite the performance, was it not?
He'll kind of start for a second, look around, and then note him sitting there.
Note
No.
he's a very tall and muscular. He seems to have
see his,
he seems to be
his
like
description.
smiling at you.
Can I roll a sense motive?
Sure.
Okay.
Uh,
then
God,
my-
I was
Yes.
thinking the same thing.
He sounds like yeah.
I was
Sounds like
thinking the
deft
same
but
thing.
doing sort of like an islander accent, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So,
So
like,
this is my
deft fakes Jamaican.
Island Deaf.
Yeah, deft faking Jamaican
island
basically.
deft.
Jamaican.
Island deft.
Jafakin.
Jafakin.
And then my octopus also will make a sense motive, if that's
All
okay.
right. All right.
Let me see what wisdom will be. Okay, so it's just parlay +1. Whoop. There we go.
Ah. Well, he's certainly taken an interest in you for some reason.
And
But at the moment you can't.
Empathic right now, so.
Mm-hmm. So you're getting sort of a kind of vibe from this guy. He's someone that you've seen around the ship. He's a swab like you, but for some reason, whenever you've been looking at him, he's always been eyeing some of the crew members, even while doing his work.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Which
for him
ones
to
have I
take
noticed him
interest,
looking at?
the half elf, the merfolk, the elf, the catfolk, and the
other
Vishkanya.
players.
Yeah, basically the other players.
Okay, gotcha. The newest people on the ship, so.
I don't believe I've
I don't
introduced.
necessarily know.
Yeah. I don't believe I've introduced myself. My name is
So,
Shavika.
So when he first approached, and before he said
Uh-huh.
that, I probably would have been like, "Whoa, careful there." Sneaking up on people
He's
is,
just he's just leaning back in his chair, very very relaxed, smile on his face as always.
Did I? What does my little familiar think of him? Also kind of.
Definitely an kind of vibe coming from him.
Gotcha.
You're the new
What did you
one
say
that
again?
they brought off from that island, aren't you?
Well, was an island. Not anymore.
I see. I'm Shavika. I'm one of your fellow crew. As he holds out a tattooed, a very, very heavily tattooed arm and an outstretched hand towards you. I don't
I'm gonna look
believe we've
down at
had
it
the
for a
pleasure of meeting formally.
I'm gonna look down at his hand for a second, then I'll look back up at him. Wait for just a second, and then I'll go ahead and give him a handshake. Shavika, I forgot my name a while ago. One of the folks here has taken to calling me Uncle, though, so I suppose you can use that if you wish.
Well, you certainly look old enough to be my uncle. Well, it's good to see that you're... Well, I take it you are adjusting well to your new role here in the Wormwood.
I've been on the seal my whole life. Not too difficult.
Ah, that's good to hear. Needless to say, I expect that you and many of the other crew members will be here for quite some time. But that's nothing to be worried about. You seem to be adjusting quite well, and that warms my heart to see. Needless to say, if you have any questions at all, feel free to come to me. I'm your friend while you are on this ship. And if there is anything that you would like to know, or any wisdom that you feel you may glean from me, I will be more than happy to give you any sort of wisdom that I've gathered over my time on this ship.
Sure. Why don't start with what exactly are you looking for in return for all of this that you offer me?
Call it a... You scratch my back, I scratch yours. You need something from me, I'll just call in a favor whenever I need one. How's that sound?
I suppose
I'll
that's
let you
fair enough
know.
for now.
Yeah. I'll let you know, free of charge, that the more friends you have on this ship, the better off that you will be once, well, things inevitably go like they did last time.
Oh.
But,
Last time.
I've got your ear, don't I? A story for another
For a
day,
good
I think.
story.
A story for another day, but I'm glad to see I've got your attention. As he stands up and grins down at you. I look forward to our future on this ship together. Welcome to the Wormwood.
Oh. I suppose thank you for the welcome then. As I will then return to drinking probably whatever I was drinking.
All right. As he just...
And then he's gonna kind of whisper into his coat, kind of basically, into his clothes. So he just kind of whispers in case Shavika wants to be listening or whatever he's doing, just kind of going.
Roll a
figure it out
stealth
at some
check.
point.
Roll a stealth check.
Yeah, I'm only gonna have like, well, actually, no, it's not that bad. But
Okay. So
as
what are
he's just
you
kind of
what are you
whispering into
whispering?
his clothes. Oh, just kind of basically talking to. I'm gonna come up with a name for her at some point. Not sure what.
Okay.
What I'm gonna
Actually-
turn her into? Calamari.
Oh, that's mean.
I'm kidding. So
Although
Callie would
Cal-
be cute.
I was gonna say, actually, Kali actually does kind of sound nice. I like that. We go with that. Fuck it. That is her name now.
I like that. Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
actually really cute.
So he's basically going to whisper into it, just kind of saying, it's like, figure more about it as we go along. I mean, maybe it just looks like he's talking to himself, so, you know.
Okay.
Figure more about it as we go along. Watch. But he's actually, he's talking to Kali, but yeah.
Yeah.
He might
Okay.
just look like he's talking to himself. Unless you want to make a stealth check to see whether or not he would notice her, but she's got plus 25, so I think he'll be alright.
Go ahead and roll that, actually.
Alright.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah.
doesn't know it all.
Tiny
Just
little
some
octopus,
just
really
some
easy to hide.
Yeah, just some old man just talking to himself. That's fair.
Pretty much.
Old men do that. Anyway, so with that, unless anyone had any player interactions that they wanted to do before nighttime ran out.
I'd like to pull, like in private, Hana and Saphyrus.
Okay. Hana and Saphyrus.
If anyone does want to interact with me, just let me know, because I know generally I have been distant from the quote-unquote party, so.
Well, it looks like I have a pretty full social calendar tonight, but I'll try and work you in.
Literally just holding up your parchment like, I've got, might be able to squeeze you in at like half-past moon.
Alright, so Ulki and Hana and Saphyrus, sometime before falling asleep that night, Ulki just sort of motions to the two of you and pulls you aside for a little tete-a-tete.
Hi, Ulki. What's up?
Well, I've been thinking for a couple minutes now about something that let's cut. Let's make this brief. I suppose you would like to keep our group as out of trouble as possible, right?
Well, that is the intent. And Hana kind of looks to Saphyrus on that one.
Of staying out of trouble, he said.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my plan as well, as far as I know.
I am not the best person to talk about this,
We know.
but
We know.
Oof.
I know you know.
Saphyrus has an eyebrow raised at this.
And I would like it to be known this is in character, not out of character.
I know. I'm an idiot, but I'm not stupid. Um, although, and I figured I would talk this with you due to your skills. But I find out that our little medkit mate might have something that could get him in trouble. And I was thinking that if I can talk him into handing it to me, and I could hand it to you. Is there anyone in the ship who might have, who might have wronged you, or maybe, we can put this, plan this into them to keep our self out of trouble?
I think I see where this is going, Ulki, and I think that we have a strong contender for someone that meets exactly that description.
It's not me, is it?
No. No, you remember, you remember Ryuuko won that pot of gold for beating the giant. As brutal a display as it was, that gold was immediately stolen from her.
Mm-hmm.
And we have reason to believe that Syl may be the one who's responsible.
Out of character, this girl, right?
Yes.
Ah, you don't say. Well, seems we might have something with a plan. I convince Sylph boy to hand this over to me, and I can pass it to you to do what you do, and then we'll see what our orc shopkeeper does. Does that sound good to you?
Oh, you're working for Grok, are you?
Maybe. I want to believe I can trust you with this as well, and I gotta just look turn my head to Saphyrus.
Wow.
Sibelius.
Wrong campaign.
He just appears for a moment and is like, what the? And then disappears.
Just like
Yes.
stabs Ulki with the ultimate stare of judgment.
Saphyrus, in our response to this, is like, what time is it? Probably about time to be heading to bed heading to the cots pretty soon here. And I'm going to have Cubados is actually going to kind of like eye Hana in such a way to just be like, in such a way to just kind of be like, for fuck's sake, this lad, please.
Wow.
She nods imperceptibly.
Well, that said, do keep me informed on whatever you might able to be.
I'm not
What the fuck are you doing?
Alexa, shut up.
Don't talk to her.
Alexa, play Despacito. This is so sad.
Alexa, play Despacito.
Stop.
I was waiting for Despacito.
Ah, well.
No.
So
I need to listen to Despacito after this. I want to know.
Why?
Moving right along.
Anyways.
I think that was kind of more what he was kind of driving at. Just kind of be like, a bit nonchalant. I'm trying to get at here. He's rather nonchalant about this conversation, but Cubados is looking at Hana like, fuck's sake, dude. Fuck's sake. Friend, do a thing.
Bearing this in mind, Hana turns back to Ulki and kind of places a reassuring hand on his least deformed shoulder. Ulki, I understand everything you're saying, but you have to understand that this has to be undertaken with the greatest amount of care and stealth that it is possible to have if we're going to pull this off.
I can be careful and stealthy when I want to. I mean, it look like it, but I know how to move myself. Give me some credit.
Well, I at least know you've been going down to visit the giant.
He's going to divert his eyes.
Ooh, woo.
And I want you to know, Ulki, that I respect that. He seems like a good man.
Influence gained. Hana.
Correct?
And very subtle influence gained Saphyrus. He's not going to show it for obvious reasons.
Ulki's gonna look a bit not upset at you, but upset at thinking at it. No.
Upset that he got caught.
Kinda.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
He was hoping to be a bit more discreet with it, I imagine.
No person should go through that.
Absolutely not. You're familiar with Sandra's plan, correct?
Yeah, bits and pieces. I have been too busy getting my teeth kicked by that, as he's just going to put his finger on his nose.
Yeah, by the by, how's that recovery coming? I never asked.
Good, it didn't hurt you.
Oh, I said, by the by, how's that recovery coming, chum? I never asked.
Smile.
Okay, that answers that.
Smiles and you see the missing teeth.
Yeah.
Yep. Precisely.
I'll get them back. I'll get them back eventually.
Just grimaces.
I'll tell you
Jake-
what, Ulki.
Jake Peralta face.
If this all goes according to plan, we'll have the opportunity to set him free. Let him feel the wind on his face again. Let him feel the sand between his toes on some foreign beach. That's not going to happen. If we die or we end up keel-hauled, because that bitch, and she points in the general direction of the rigging, is allowed to frame us for something. If you can make this work, we stand a chance of helping him too. So I'm going to trust you to do your absolute best with this.
Sure is late, isn't it?
It is sorry if it was unnecessary pulling you. Just I see you two hanging around a
I
lot.
love
so-
that he's not catching on to it. That makes
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Or maybe he is. I don't know. I see you two hanging around so often together. I thought you prefer to do things together, you know? Hang out with your lady.
Hana looks at Saphyrus and just bursts out laughing.
I told you. Cubados just turns. I told you.
I know, Cubados. I understand. I just... Camaraderie is necessary in these situations. We're basically a budding family.
I'm sorry, love. I hope you understand I'm not laughing at you.
Yeah, you might as well. I've already... Considering how broke I am now.
That is my fault, and as soon as we get some gold, you get the first half.
Oh, you're too kind.
Oh, well.
Cubados slithers.
Slither, slither.
Slither, slither.
Just for the sake of it, or
Yeah. It's more just like an amusement. Haha, your ass broke.
I approve.
I'm hungry.
I want some jambalaya.
I want some jambalaya.
Yes. So yes, Ulki. We'll talk about this later. You do your end of things, and we'll see what happens.
I'll keep you informed. And I'm going to leave them first. But
can I
before I'm
eat
going
his?
to-
Can I eat his body after he's keelhauled?
You can eat my leg if you want.
Not you. No. This is an outsider speak to.
Oh shit!
Saphyrus. You can't understand. You actually can't understand Cubanos. This is just me and Saphyrus doing a little banter.
Okay, sorry.
It's all good.
Is it the mental, or is it in Auckland?
No.
My languages, though, but we're having our own private conversation.
Understood.
Yeah,
it's the
it's
master and
it's the
language.
Eidolon language. Yeah.
Sure.
If Saphyrus asks, cook him up for you too.
And I was gonna say I leave them first. And right before I go like inside the rooms, I yell to Saphyrus, "Oi, halfling!" And I throw at him a gold piece.
Should I just call you a halfling? Cubados looks at you.
Oh my god, do you
He's
know what the
not a
vibes
half-
I'm getting from this are? Nothing personnel, kid.
Did you?
All I'm gonna say is halfling's a thing, though.
Was he talking to me?
Yeah.
I
just
believe he
called
called
him
you
a
a
fucking hobbit.
halfling.
Did you just call that though?
And Hana is just rolling on the floor now.
Did he? Was he referring to you as one of those small creatures?
Oh goodness.
I never understood the full-blooded types, but
Do you take the gold?
I'm gonna
I'm
pick
sure-
it up because I'm gonna pick it up off the ground because I didn't catch it because I didn't think you were talking to me.
Yeah, because he's not a fucking halfling. Ebony, you do remember halfling is a race, right?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
you know half.
You could say half a.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Well-
other terms you could have said, which
Okay.
I
already
honestly,
erased.
hey, honestly, I love it. I love that he called him halfling. I love it. It just
trying so
solidifies Ulki as this.
Asshole.
It solidifies the both asshole-ish nature of Ulki and also like he's not quite all up there, you know. He has the book smarts, obviously, but he's not quite all. He's been through a lot,
Definitely
so he
got the
doesn't quite.
charisma.
He doesn't quite have all the nuts and bolts that are needed for proper social interactions, you know.
Yeah.
So I think it's honestly works perfectly, and I love it.
Saphyrus is gonna take up the gold piece and turn to Cubados and Hana and say, "I accept this not as a token of kindness, but as empathy for that chum's very low social capabilities."
I would call it payment for getting through that conversation.
I like this one.
So Saphyrus, when Kavita says that, Kavita is just like, yeah. It's like giving the nod of, yeah.
I also like the elf, but in a sick, comedic sort of way.
Well,
I want to keep him around, but I also want to eat him if he dies. May I?
if he dies, someone go out of your way to just don't go out of your way to ensure it happens.
Oh, rest
He has his
assured,
uses.
no. He's far too much entertainment.
He has his uses, like your pitying comedy act, it would seem.
Uncle is
You
just
love
kind of
it.
sitting in the corner where he's.
I
been
know
and,
you. I know you almost better than you know yourself.
I
You
will
love it.
fucking murder you all.
Hear this
You know-
conversation.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm just messing with Valen in the corner, just trying to like,
know,
nearly
I
slapping him and
know.
going,
Uncle is just sitting in the same corner he's always been and just watching everything
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
And now I only have 1 gold left.
Yeah. But was it
Well-
worth it?
I must save it for the fight night.
Perfect. So, unless everyone else has anything going on,
Oh no, I still have 2 appointments on my calendar.
oh god.
First Luna said she wanted to do something, and now we got Uncle.
Oh.
Don't worry about me if it ends up pushing things too. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
If we can, could we
I am fine with this. I'm
perhaps
just letting
push
you know.
that? Perhaps push things to next session. Would you be all right with that, guys?
We can bookmark it. I don't have an issue.
Nope, same
Alright,
here.
Cool.
Let's
cool.
just post it in the Roll20. Any appointments before we
All right. So
I'll make a Google Calendar.
I will.
Fucking A.
Okay. So congratulations, everyone. Last bits of things here. Let's see. That is. So in total, 1, 2, 3, 4 people have been moved from whatever position they were in originally to helpful. You guys made some progress on day 13. Damn.
Seriously.
Okay, so in total, that is. Let me get a calculator out here real quick. Calculator. That is from indifferent. Let's see. Okay,
Not
so
very.
Marble wrestle.
so
I've already made the
33.
York speak.
plus pretty helpful.
You're York.
45 plus.
To
Excuse
woo
me.
or woo? That is the question.
Oh, whoa.
Ulki's just my weirdest side.
We love this, right?
Maybe it's just me in
No.
Last
In middle
year,
high.
You and Horatio.
Okay, so it was Jack, then Rosie, then Badger, I believe. I don't think
Yep.
anyone else got moved over to helpful then. Okay.
I didn't
That
roll
is-
with what's his face. If you had wanted me to make a roll with that.
no.
don't remember his
No,
name.
that was
Okay.
just an interaction.
That was him making
That was-
his influence check on me.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Oh, I have my HP back.
12. Yes, you have your HP back because it's been more than enough time for it. And all right, so everyone gets for today 161 experience points.
Thank you.
Uh,
Because I
161.
had a 9, it's been bothering me.
161.
161 experience points. So
1,500.
161. I have
So-
1,014.
I have
So-
1,550.
So everyone except Cygnus, Kago, and Goody should have 1,234. Excuse me. Oh.
Gesundheit.
I have written down, I think, 1,014. So should I
Whoa,
write that
weird.
as...
Weird.
What did you say?
1,234 should be your new total because
All right, we'll go with
that's
that then.
yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, that's really convenient. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom. Goody, you should have
1365.
Maybe.
I feel like you before you had 1,088. That's what I had listed. Unless you had something else that happened.
No, he went
Which-
up the last session.
Ah, right. So what was the new number?
1365.
1365. Okay. And
Oh,
Cygnus.
we're using the fast experience point total?
Sorry, Wooten, were you asking for me?
Yes.
Okay.
What is your current
1560.
1560
1565.
5. Okay. And Kago's was, what was it?
1550.
1550. All right, because the two of you both recovered your equipment. That's why. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We're both
excellent.
doing fast track experience, right?
I think we're medium.
One moment.
Yeah,
No,
we're
it's medium.
I have mine
Yeah,
set to
character medium advancement.
Okay.
So everyone is still currently at level
1.
level 1. Yep.
Hana and I are close. We're getting there.
Yep.
Getting there.
Yep. 3/4 of the way there.
Less-
And y'all are
less than
y'all are
500
right on
levels.
track. Y'all are right on track. Anyway, I hope all of you who are tuning in enjoyed watching this session. It was a bit more low key this time around. They made a lot of progress, but there wasn't quite as much crazy antics as there usually are in these sessions. So hopefully,
friendos, man.
yeah, making friendos. But hopefully, next session we can see a bit more of that. So until next time, hope you all enjoyed, and we'll see all of you in the next episode of
Pirates of the Red
Pirates of the Red Isles.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 Good night, folks.
Shout out to Mammy DeLugo.
Hey.
Now, y'all.
Shout out.